Hey, welcome to Broken World Entertainment, and we are about to check out the first brand new trailer for Dune Part 2, or June, as for some reason people call it. Don't know why. Spelt with a D, not a J. I enjoyed the first movie. I was a bit nervous about it being a Denis Villeneuve movie. I'll get into that after we check out the trailer. So let's check out this trailer and then we'll talk a bit.
It's breathtaking. When you see sand here, imagine water. If you dive in, you can't reach the bottom.
You dive in.
Yes, it's called swimming.
I don't believe you.
In the shadows of Arrakis lie many secrets. But the darkest of them all may remain. The end of House Atreides.
Your father didn't believe in revenge.
What if Paul Atreides were still alive?
Have you ever had a dream about your first ride?
Don't try to impress anyone. You're brave, we all know that. Be simple. Be direct. Nothing fancy.
I understand. Nothing fancy.
You will never lose me, Paul Atreides.
We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope! May thy knife chip and shatter.
Alright, so that's the trailer. This thing looks pretty damn epic, to be brutally honest. As I said, I was nervous about the first movie for a couple of reasons. Number one, I hated the David Finch movie, the original. It's just I know there's a lot of people who really dig it and grew to like it over time, but I never liked it, and I didn't like the series of Dune that came out either. That was pretty bad. I think Sting was he in the movie, or was he in whichever? Doesn't matter. So you get nervous when you're thinking, how are they going to adapt this story again? And then you hear Denis Villeneuve going to be the director, and the first thing you know is it's going to look stunning. The visuals will look stunning. It's the pacing and the story. Arrival was a movie that he did. I find that movie strange because the first 15-20 minutes is terrible. Like, it's just this incredibly slow burn with some things that make no sense. Like, we see the aliens arrive, chaos kind of breaks out on Earth, and she goes back to work the next day, and then is confused as how come no students showed up to the college. It's like, what? But then Forrest Whitaker shows up, and that's where the movie picks up, for me anyway. That's where it got good. But where it falls apart was, I won't spoil the movie, but when she has the is it like a vision or a nightmare of the alien in the room with her? That's where it falls apart for me. And the ending of it was, at the time, the worst ending of a movie I had seen in years. But everything in the middle was good, interesting. Then, of course, Blade Runner 2049 was coming out. And there was a bit of excitement for that. You know, you're hearing Harrison Ford's coming back as Deckard, and it's like, oh, this could be cool. And then you see that first trailer and the music, everything was like, oh, this looks good. Then those shorts came out. They were pretty decent. And then you watch the movie, and boy, that movie is terrible. With pacing that is horrendously bad. That is one of those 3-hour movies that you feel every minute passing. There's at least 45 minutes of that movie you could cut out, and it's all Ryan Gosling sitting in his car, the fly car thing, in fog, saying nothing, doing nothing. It's like, why are we wasting time on this crap? Ironically, it was a movie that when me and my brother-in-law left the cinema after watching, it's one of those you try and convince yourself you enjoyed it. We were like, yeah, that was pretty good. 15-minute walk home from the cinema. It was, by the time we were halfway home, we were like, that movie sucked. You talk yourself out of it. And then when we hear he was going to direct Dune, it was like, okay, how's this going to work? Is this just going to be one of these incredibly slow burns? And it wasn't. There were moments in the movie where kind of things slow down a bit, but the story and the characters kept it moving forward more than anything. Not like Blade Runner 2049, that, you know, you got worried with that movie when you hear Ryan Gosling after like a month and a half of filming going, oh, Harrison Ford's finally showed up on set to do it, and you're like, he's only now showed up? How much of him's going to be in the movie? And there was just nothing engaging with the characters, the new characters in that the Blade Runner movie. Like, everyone praised Batista. Batista's in it for like 3 seconds at the very start. But then Dune comes out and you're like, oh, how's it going to be? And you watch it and it was great. The visuals, as we knew from the previous movies he did, would be spot on. They were. The story was interesting. Skarsgård looked great and menacing in it, in his big fat suit. Oscar Isaac was pretty damn good in there. Momoa looked weird without the beard, but was pretty decent. Josh Brolin, all of them really. Of course, a lot of people were worried about Zendaya, however you say it, but she was barely in it. Of course, it's clear she's going to have a bigger part in this second one, but you just see this trailer and just the visuals in it is great. You know, Florence Pugh looks pretty damn good in this movie as well. The visuals are just on point as usual. And then we hear something we haven't heard being said to a straight white male character in a long time. That he's brave, and they know it. Javier Bardem says to him, like, we know you're brave, all this stuff, and don't get fancy. And of course, we see him riding the worm for the first time. Then we get that very interesting visual of some of our villains, whatever race they are, the ones Batista is with. That it seems to be in black and white when we're with them. And the initial image from that teaser trailer to announce the trailer, I thought the bald dude in that was Matt Smith. It's not. But he looked like him in that image. But yeah, this This is yet another solid trailer that we've gotten. The music and everything in it, the Hans Zimmer music. Yeah, bring it on. Definitely looking forward to this one. And this is meant to be the movie that pretty much has all out war. So that's going to be interesting. It's meant to be quite a difficult story and part of the book to get right. All the other stuff that tried it never got it right. So, of course, they never got the first book right. But this looks like it's going to be a winner. Hopefully it is. And of course, this time it will be exclusively on the big screen. There won't be any of that debacle that we had last time round with the day and day release, which of course affected the relationship between Villeneuve and Warner Brothers, as well as Legendary and Warner Brothers. But much like The Equalizer, another winning trailer that just makes you go yes. And the visual effects, the worm, Timothée Chalamet riding the worm, the visuals in that with the sand and everything, the visuals of the aircraft things coming in, all that stuff, it really puts Disney to shame with the visuals they're putting out lately. So now we've two movies that are just, the visuals make Disney look a joke. This one, just by the trailer, and Avatar. And before anyone jumps on and goes, but Avatar is a Disney movie. No, they inherited Avatar. Avatar The Way of Water was being filmed long before Disney made the acquisition of Fox. But you just see what the visuals can do if you take your time, and Disney just pump out this volume crap. Great trailer. Looking forward to this. And the funny thing about it as well, this releases 2 weeks before The Marvels gets dropped into the cinema. Good luck, Marvels. You got an uphill battle with this thing. Anyway, with that, let us know in the comments what you think of this trailer. Does it get you excited for the movie? Were you already excited for the movie? Or maybe you just don't care. Maybe you didn't enjoy the first one. Let us know. And with that, I'll leave it there for this one. Cheers. I'll catch you in the next one.